I do tell people most times that whenever there's a breakup in marriage, let's say divorce between parents, the children are mostly the ones to bear the effect.
Casually Serious with Ayomiko Emmanuel.
Welcome to another episode of Casually Serious. On today's episode, we have a very special guest, and it promises to be a very educative, enlightening, and transforming one. So we're not going to waste too much of time, and without further ado, permit me to make welcome today's guest in person of Mrs. Dallas. So, Mrs. Dallas, you want to welcome yourself for yourself?
Okay, my name is Musmola Dallas, and I'll be the guest for today.
All right, so Mrs. Musmola Dallas is our guest for today, and she's going to talk us through challenges she faced growing up and how it has transformed her, how she overcame them, and it's the story long, but we will try. We will try. No, I've not heard it, so I'm in the same shoes as you, but I already have an idea. Say the story long. Sorry, pardon my pidgin. I'm not a pigeon boy. I already have an idea. The story is long, so we'll try to paraphrase as much as possible. So, Mrs. Musmola Dallas, thank you once again for
welcome, sir,
being our guest. So it's your story, huh? I'm as interested as every other person out there.
Okay.
All right. So you mentioned having some challenges, growing up, and so I want you to start from there. Then from there we'll transcend into other aspects. So tell me, sorry for being selfish. Tell us those challenges you had growing up.
Okay. Growing up as a child was really tough for me.
Okay.
And for my siblings as well. Because I do tell people most times that whenever there's a breakup in marriage, let's say divorce between parents, the children are mostly the ones to bear the
effect, the ripple effects on the children.
On the children. So without wasting much of our time, okay, let me quickly dig deep.
Yes.
Okay. Growing up as a child, I grew up from a broken home.
Okay.
And it was never our intention, but as destiny will have it. So my mom happened to be a Christian, a born Christian. Follow Christian. And she got married to my dad, which is a Muslim. My dad is a Muslim.
Okay.
And growing up, everything seems rosy, to us as a child, and not until I can't really place the year, but I could remember that I was in JSS2.
Okay.
So then things began to happen, my parents would fight one another, we the children would be there, trying to separate them and all, So it was really bad, and it gave me a wrong motive about marriage and about guys generally. Like, how can a man be beating the wife, and at the end of it, my dad would be like, she deserves it, this and that, So that aggression really got to us, to the point where even me as a person, I became aggressive.
Okay.
I barely smile, it really affected my emotions, And so what happened? So it continues like that, and there was one incident that happened.
Okay, before you tell us the incident that happened, I want to know, I'm sure every other person wants to know, something propelled your parents quarreling, or the fights they had. Do you want to walk us through that?
Okay. Actually, growing up, there was peace in the house. We're living at peace. Even my mom, personally, because I'm a very curious child. I always want to know most things, even without telling me. I sense things a lot.
Okay.
So I observed that my mom was financially buoyant than my dad.
Oh, wow.
She do most of the stuff, like paying the school fees and the likes, without, and I might not be sure, but what I think was the cause was probably when my grandmother, that my dad's mom, came to the house. She was downstairs, I was at the balcony, and then she was shouting, like I permit me to speak it in Yoruba. You
No,
know?
no, our editor will do a very good job. I trust him.
Okay. So she was like, mo ti níbi tí ìyàwó ti ń lówó jọkọlọ nítorí ń lo go mommy, you know, that kind of words, those demeaning words.
Let me not leave the work for your editor. That translates to I've not seen where a wife is having money than the husband, or the wife is using my son's glory. So that's what your paternal grandmom
said.
Came around and said.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And that's not just that's not the only one, though. She do come around, say a lot of things. Sometimes she will come to the house, she will bring her food, she will bring her water.
She was basically, she owned your home. Should I put that that way?
Like so after all those things, so I just realized that maybe my dad thought about it, and you know, as human, maybe he thought about it, and something in him, or maybe probably hatred or something. I can't really say, but that's what I think. So they started fighting, beating one another. My dad would lock the door, throw the key, fling the key away, you know, like before we could even look for the key, you know, I would have received a lot of beating and all. So it continued like that.
That must have been traumatic. Like as children, seeing your parents fight,
really traumatic.
Wow.
So my maternal grandmom did tell my mom, leave, go, don't allow him kill you. They just settle for a while. Although my maternal grandmom at some point she was overdoing it.
Oh, okay.
The problem, like, she will see my dad on the street, she will lock him, like, money, that kind of stuff.
Would you blame her? I'm sure a lot of persons out there will not blame her. She's the one that carried her daughter for 9 months now, took care of her, now gave you a daughter in marriage, and then you want to kill her in the matrimonial home in the name of marriage. And I say she not lock it. She will lock the shirt now. So basically, I don't think she was overdoing it. It's a mother instinct. Do you grab? Thankfully, you are a mother now. Sorry, I forgot to put that part, because I know some of you now they use I see fine woman. She's happily married with two boys, two very fine boys. Very lovely children. If I tell you their names, you trip. So if you were looking with that eye, look away. She's happily married. So now, you being a mother as well, I'm sure you can relate to the fact that, you know, having to nurse a child is one hell of a sacrifice. You know that.
Yeah.
So now you nurture a child to old age, right? Give her out in marriage, and then the husband is maltreating. God forbid, if now you and you see the husband, you know, go lock him. Hey, you go lock him now. So I'm not sure she overdid that. So let's forgive your grandmom for that. She did what she would. So let's.
So whenever my mom was being advised to leave, to leave for some time, like, you know, for everything to just calm down and all, she'd be like, oh no, I'm going to endure. She will endure this and that. She said she wants to endure, but as we all know, the endurance has limits, you know.
Yeah.
So I think she could not bear it anymore.
Okay.
So she was like, she wants to leave. That she wants to leave. So that fateful day, she came home. I was the only one at home, and she came. She was like, that she wants to leave. Oh, mom, she better already that you should go. I think for the meantime, with my own childish, you know, mentality. So I even helped her to pack her stuff, you know. So I helped her to pack her stuff. Then she left. So after she left, you know, she was staying with her auntie, you know, not too far from my place, you know.
Okay.
So, and she had a business within the business. She travels out to buy stuff as a wholesaler.
Really
Yeah, she's really doing well for herself, you know. So it continued, and my dad gave us a strict warning that we must not see our mom.
You must not see
your
maternal grandma.
My mother.
You must not see your own mom.
Yes, we will not go to her show. We will not see her. That it doesn't want to see us close to her at all. So, and me, when I was a child, like me, I have coconuted. Honestly, I'm very stubborn. I won't lie. Let me just check this. The only time that I didn't know that I'm very stubborn.
Okay.
I said I want to join the military. He signed my death warrant and I should go. Yes, he did. Because you know,
so why did you not join?
I went.
Okay.
I went for the training. I went for everything. The last batch, my name didn't just come out.
Oh,
I really felt
God
bad.
really had another plan. Because you know, maybe guys, like, if you carry this your coconut head, go maybe. If they don't go for the beat you, just don't stay here.
So everyone knew the kind of person I am. You know, I'm very nice, but at the same time, I have strong will. Let me just say that I have strong will. So I would tell my elder sister, because I'm the second child of the family. I would tell my elder sister, let's go. My elder sister would be like, what if daddy sees us? Don't worry. Even when he sees us, I would tell like don't see people. I'm doing what I saw that he should do with me. Let's go like that. I will drag them there, you know, give them that ginger, you know. We go to my mom. So I want to get us goodies and all. Whenever we are leaving, she will cry, we also cry, organ, went back home, you know. So there was a time that my dad wanted to play with our brain. You know. He won't see us as my mom's shop, but we'll have like, just for us to. So I grabbed that because I was very quiet person, but very smart. So I was like, even if you see anybody, you didn't see them, I'm the one you saw. So my dad will beat the hell out of me. My sister will be crying. No tears would drop from my eyes.
You were the
friend that will still go back.
You were the of your siblings.
Yes.
Wow.
So I will still go back. So it continued like that. So there was the December period.
Okay.
And December 29th to be precise. So after my mom left, so the last born of our family then, she was barely 3 years old. So I'm the one that normally take care of her, do the upkeep, take her to school, wash her clothes, feed her. So the job was really much on me. So my mommy's elder sister came to the house and she told us that my mom said she should bring the child, so at least to spend the new year with her. So happily, without even calling my dad, I was so happy, like, you know, just like, okay, let me have my own, let me enjoy the new year. So I packed all her stuff, even what she needed and what she doesn't need. I packed everything. We just take her. So my auntie took her to my mom in Ijebu, Kenneth to be precise. So when my dad came back home at night, everybody was inside. My immediate younger sister, my elder sister, and myself. We had two and my dad was like, "Where is Kofo?" We're like,
that's you, yeah?
No, Kofo, the small baby.
Okay, your younger sister.
So we're like, my aunt has come to take her. I was like, my mom rather. So my dad was really furious. He got angry. He said, "Bye, this that's
you, Abby?
Yes." So he started beating me. He beat the hell out of me, and the next thing, she packed her stuff that we are going to Badagry. That is his own mommy's place, my paternal grandma. And we don't want to go. We want to spend our New Year, you know. And all these things was actually happening New Year Eve. Yes.
When you were supposed to be dividing turkey lap and chicken lap, or thinking of how to shout Happy New Year. Wow.
So even the children in the neighborhood, they were busy throwing knockouts. They were happy, you know. So we were practically in sorrow. We were crying. I think crying. We even went to my grandfather's place. My daddy's dad, my paternal grandfather. Yeah. We went there and we cleared it. Like, please talk to his son. We don't want to go. You should please, like this and that. So my grandfather was like, yeah, we thought that we should just go. That is late already. 10 o'clock, we were still on the street though, looking for who to beg my dad. We called my daddy's friends that they should please feed them, that they should please, that we don't want to go. So it was like, no, this and that. I was like, so we go back home. I sat my siblings that let's prioritize it. If you know you don't want to do, let's look for what to do. That I have many plans in my head. That number one, if we are not going by car.
You see the professor, how many of you have seen Money Heist? See professor here. Professor. So you are the event planner, the planner of this thing. Okay.
So I was like, I have many plans in my head. That number one, if we are not going by with car, we want to go through public transport. That once we get to the bus stop, everybody should dispatch. Like
to your tent or is
anyway, just
later.
So you should run away. And if my dad is going with the car, maybe Brat is going and he's coming to pick us, but that one I don't know. That we'll think about it before daybreak. So we slept. We packed our things, you know. We packed our things. As far as I told my dad, I'm not going. I thought that we are not going. I'm not going. He said, so you are this thing, Abi. So we don't want to go. What are you trying to insinuate? Are you trying to call my mother a witch? He said, no, I'm not saying your mother is a witch. But if I go and I did not make it in life. It's a wonder. I told him, it was like I wasn't doing like that. I'm not doing low, like you know, I was let me say maybe 11.
Wow.
You know, so he was like, "Hey, this one." I said, "No, I'm not saying that if he beats the hell out of me. So why beating me? He eats something in my head, and I had this this bent in the middle of my head. But I didn't still give up.
As in panel beating.
I didn't still give up, you know.
Wow.
So I didn't still give up. So I slept. I prayed to God. Then I was still a Muslim girl, you know. So I prayed to God that God, I don't want to do it, please just okay. So this energy just came as early as 5 o'clock. I just stood up.
5 a.m.
Yes, 5 a.m. I just stood up from the bed. Then I went to the bedroom. I freshened up, you know. My dad was even happy. Like, look at this girl. I was doing like the tail fellow. See, she's already. My dad was still going around begging my dad and that to please, you know. I told her that I have a plan. Just follow what I said. You should just follow me, you know. Go and bathe. So when I had my bath and I saw that she was still doing me. I just went to the balcony and I just stood there waiting for my uncle's car because I had my dad on phone talking to him. But he said he would come early in the morning. So I was just at the balcony. In my head, I was like, any car that entered our street like this, I don't want to know. Maybe it's my uncle or anything. No, I'm going to run away. So I was just there waiting. I just saw one brown car that entered into this. I don't know if this is my uncle's car or not. I just ran through the passage. My dad was like, where am I going? I didn't answer how. I don't know that I flew the staircase or I climbed the staircase. I don't even know. But I found myself downstairs. I was just entering people's compound, like, so my dad will not have any traces of me. But Jadi, only what kind of house like can from another compound, both into another compound. Yeah. So I ran to my mommy's auntie's place, like where my mommy went to initially before going to Jebu. So I told the mother that this was happening. I don't want to focus.
You left your siblings?
I love them.
Survival of the.
Yeah, I love them.
Who won't survive?
So I love them.
Okay. So
I told the woman that this is what my daddy was planning, and just because I don't want to go. So the man now, she checked around like to see if anybody came with me or you know. So she took me. I didn't even know what to call that room. Maybe in that chamber, you know, from one room to another room to another room. That place was dark. She had me to stay there, not to make any noise, just stay there. That was New Year Day. On New Year Day, I can't really place the year, you know. So we like I was there for hours from 7 o'clock. I was there. I was just thinking of my siblings. Like, okay, what is actually happening to them presently? Where are they? Are they going to follow my dad? You know, from 7 o'clock I was there. I was just crying. New Year Day, I was just crying, and all of a sudden, around 12 o'clock, I heard my younger sister's voice. My new younger sister.
Wow.
So I heard that she was like, Chibaraka, Mama, Chibaraka wami bayi.
Oh, your Baraka?
Yes.
Muslim name, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Chibaraka wami bayi. The mother back was single. My younger sister was like, Mama, you just shani, you know what's up, Mama.
That was your younger sister.
My younger sister.
She said, I didn't know that sounds like she knew that you're hiding. Like she knew that you're hiding there. Oh, wow. As children going through that, let me hear you first, because my head is already processing a lot of things. Let me hear your gist. So
the woman, so my mom is an auntie. She checked her out. She said that nobody followed her. Then she brought her into the same room.
Inside the
so
chamber.
Then I saw her, we hugged her, so we started crying, you know. So after we cried for like maybe 30 minutes, non-stop, uncontrollably, nobody to console one another. We were crying like, what kind of mess did we meet ourselves? You know, what kind of life is this? You know, we were really, really traumatized. So I now asked her that, how did she escape? So she said that that of the truth, she entered my uncle's car. The mother said they packed our luggage inside the car. That when we got to the express, like she just prayed to God that this car should be faulty. That immediately the car just stopped working. So my dad and his younger brother went to the bonnet, or what they used to call it, went to the bonnet to check what was happening. She just opened the door like this and ran away. So she said she ran. She didn't just run straight, so they won't see her. So she ran into a compound, then hid at the back of the door, checking what was an intruder or you know. So she said when she saw that they were actually looking for her, my mother said, "Look, I'm looking." So they should leave her. Oh, the truth, my dad knows that. Sister? She was there. She said she saw my dad sister. She just put her hand on the window. She was crying. Yeah, she don't have that. You know. So she actually went. That she was the only one that followed my dad to Badagry. So after she came. Then the woman called my mom. My mom to come to Lagos now. Now that our children is passing through so and so. She explained. She narrated the whole thing to my mom. So then my mom came. So that was around past 1 or so. So when she came, so I even saw her clothes was stained with blood, and I was like, what happened? She was like, the bus she entered had an accident while coming, that she didn't even mind the bruises on her body.
She will not feel that pain then.
Yes.
Her mind was so fixed on seeing you guys, especially after she had been told that her children, this mother-child bond is thick. So the only thing in her mind was how to. I'm very sure after she had seen you, she'll start feeling
the pain
those pains and the bruises and all. Wow, what a love.
So when she came around maybe past 2 or so. Then immediately from Orile, she took bike to the Onipan to enter going to Shagamu. We took bike from there, like non-stop, so nobody could even fear like my daddy could be still around
be on the lookout.
So we just drove down to Onipan. We boarded the bus down to Ikene. So we were there, my grandma welcomed us, we were all sad. So she was like, now, when you have how many
This is your maternal grandmom now,
yes,
yeah? Okay.
Yes. So we went there, we were with her, but she had a provision shop because my mom actually lost everything. Before she went to Ikene, something happened in her shop. When I went there, there was a time that she just when I should hold on, she wanted to quickly collect money from customers,
Okay.
She sold to them, so she wanted to collect money from them that she stayed in the shop for her. So when she left, I don't know, inside not market like Bariga market, like a normal standard market.
Okay.
So this, I don't know what they call it, wide wind or so.
Okay.
Yeah, wide wind just came from nowhere, just came, and it didn't even enter anywhere. It entered into the shop, scattered the whole thing. Yes, I was there. Scattered the whole thing. That people can, what kind of thing is this? And that was the beginning of our problem. There was no money to go to the hospital. They just care. No, we'll get up. No response. We shook her like she get up. She was already gone. She was dead. She and a child that she made on my younger sister
naked.
That she was praying.
After God's love, your mother's love is second to none.
Casually Serious with Ayomiko Emmanuel.